Welcome to Storytime with Chief, brought to you by E1T1 Entertainment. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you enjoy the episode, feel free to hit the Cash App. Any donation is highly appreciated. Peace. Yo, welcome back to Storytime with Chief, brought to you by E1T1 Entertainment. And on Storytime with Chief, I will not be talking hip hop. I will not be talking current events. I will not be talking sports. I created Storytime with Chief for people that have been through the wars of life, people that have been through resilient situations and overcame them all. And my guest today, Miss Valentina Cologne. Round of applause, round of applause, round of applause. Hey, what's up, T?
What's going on?
It's been a minute.
I know. How long? How long would you say? I left our former employer
Yeah.
in 2013, was it? I think it was
Okay.
2013.
All
And
right.
it's
But
been
remember,
basically since then,
yes,
right?
but I left in no, same time. Yeah,
Okay.
2013. So I
Okay.
haven't spoken. Well, we speak on Instagram,
hmm
stuff like that, but we
Oh
haven't
yeah,
like
of course.
we were close. You know what I mean? Like in
Yes.
11 years. Well, 12
11
years.
years. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
2025 now.
Yes, and we always connect birthdays, holidays.
Amen.
You share a birthday with my baby.
Amen. Yeah, yeah. For
So,
those who don't know, I'm birthday twins with her baby, as she said, who's not a
yes.
baby anymore.
No, he is not. He's going to be 18 in August.
Yo,
Yeah.
18?
18. Yes, he's
Yo,
going to be 18.
I met him in 2009. How old was he?
Two.
Yo, am I unk? Like I'm like a unk now. Like
You're super unk now because he's going to college and
yo,
yeah, yeah, he
round of
goes.
applause.
Thank you. He graduates this year and he'll be
Amen.
18 this year and he wants a tattoo. So
Oh,
there's
and you
that.
the cool mom. First of all, let's start with this story, right? So
Okay.
I met T, like she said, at our and I call her T. I've always called her Teen. So I
hmm
don't know about y'all people watching, but that's what I always called her.
hmm
Her son's birthday is the same day as mine. We instantly bonded together at the work at the job. She kind of like trained me at the job too. She
Yep.
was like my trainer. Like it was incredible. And
Yeah.
then like life takes us in different directions.
hmm
I'm gonna let her tell her story. She's doing phenomenal things in life, like helping people in a great way. And I want
Yes.
her to start from the very beginning. So fasten your seatbelts and let's get into the story of Valentina Cologne. So T, where you from?
Queensbridge.
Okay, Queensbridge. Yo, Fabio
Queensbridge.
Foreign also just said the best looking women come from Queens. Sidebar, but go ahead. Shout out
Okay.
to Fabio. I'm just saying he went viral for that.
Shout out to
But
Fabio, right?
yes, so you're from Queensbridge, born and
I'm from
raised?
born and raised Queensbridge Projects. For
Okay.
those who don't know what Queensbridge is, it is a housing project in Queens, Long Island City. Same place Nas is from.
Amen. Nas. Okay,
Yep,
so it's a legendary place.
it's a legendary place. Yeah, yeah. Ron
All right.
Artest is from
Okay.
Meadow. I'm sorry, Meadow World Peace. He's from Queensbridge as well. We got a
Yeah.
few people coming out of there, so yeah, that's where I'm from.
And how was it growing
Um,
up there in Queensbridge? Because
I
I heard
mean,
Nas talk about growing up there, but I'm sure Nas' perspective and your perspective are very different.
yes, very different. I think around his time of growing up, it was a lot more rough
Okay.
and active. But you know what? My mom did a very good job of keeping me out of trouble, um,
Mm.
keeping me safe. And I'm the youngest of altogether for my mom and my dad. I'm the youngest of about four siblings, right? So I'm
Okay.
like 10 years removed from all of my siblings. So they became parental siblings for me. So they all rallied
Mm.
around me and protected me. So I was shielded a lot from, community violence, bullying. I didn't have that many fights growing up. I didn't have to. So yeah,
Parental siblings. That's
per-
fire.
Yeah, so they were more like parental
Wow.
siblings. Like my sister Shamina, she was like really instrumental in me growing up.
Okay.
Everywhere she went, I went because my mom was always at work. So
Hmm.
she was more like a parental figure for me. Yeah.
Nice. Was your dad also in the house with you guys, or was it a co-parenting situation?
He was there in and out.
Okay.
He had some mental health issues,
Okay.
um, due to him being a war veteran. So he was in and out. He did pop
Okay.
up for the big events like graduations and things like that, but he wasn't really there consistently. Yeah.
And how did that like help with your relationship with him? Like, were you a daddy's girl when you could be, or were you just like stay over there, don't come celebrate with me?
I was a daddy's girl in my younger years. I think after middle school is when I started to grow a little bit more resentment towards him. And then I would kind
Mm.
of shut him out a little bit. But
Okay.
before his passing, he passed in
R.I.P.
2016. Thank you.
Of course.
Um, Before his passing, we did mend our relationship and we bonded and we talked a lot more. So I'm really grateful for that. Um, but our relationship was like, it had its ups and downs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like every relationship, right?
Hmm.
And you
For
mentioned a
sure.
sister. Did you have all sisters, or was there a brother?
Yeah. So I do have a brother. We're about 13 to 15 years apart, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, he's 50 something. I don't want to, date
Yeah,
him.
yeah, wow. Okay.
Yeah, he just turned 51.
Happy birthday,
So,
bro.
yes, happy birthday to him, Capricorn. He was in home. And then he
Okay.
also went on tour with Nas at some point. So he was also like, traveling the world a
Wow.
lot. Yeah.
So your brother knows Nas.
Yes, they grew up together.
Okay, so I like that. And
Hmm.
so Queensbridge was tight knit.
Yeah, Queensbridge is always tight knit, always, especially
All
with
right, so that means
blocks, right? So
okay.
each block had a different, crew of people, and yeah. So
So you knew Nas. If you were a baby, but did you
I was
know
a
Nas?
baby, but yes, I did know him. Yeah, he came to the house
Okay,
a few times.
fire.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so now how was school for you then, right? I know about home in your early ages. You never got into fights. You got the big bros and the big sis that was on
Hmm.
time. You know what I mean?
Yep.
How was it in school in Queens? And like, let's say middle school. Let's start at middle school.
Okay, I hated middle school. Okay.
Okay.
I hated middle school. And for a lot of reasons, right? You're going through puberty, your body is changing.
Mm.
Middle school is around the time where I literally developed large breasts over the summer. So
Oh,
boys were looking at me, a certain way, and I started wearing like baggy clothes because I didn't want nobody looking at me. It was really, it
yeah.
was a very uncomfortable time for me.
Wow.
Um,
Okay.
Also, with middle school, my middle school that I went to was right in the center of three other housing projects. So
Okay. What were the housing projects?
There's Ravenswood projects, there's
Ravenswood.
Astoria projects, and then there's Queensbridge projects.
Okay.
So
School
they're
right in the
all
middle.
schools like kind of in the middle, the zone school for a lot of us. So there
Hmm.
were a lot of, fights and, those poor teachers, man. Oh my goodness. Them students gave them hell.
Damn. And was
They
it like
did.
I'm from Queensbridge, I'm from Ravenswood, like those type of fights or like gang fights?
I think it was a little bit of both, right?
Okay.
It's like I'm from here, I'm from there. A lot of displaced anger.
Mm.
Yeah, a lot of displaced anger. A lot of people had a lot going on at home, so the only release was to bring that to school. And
Yes.
I'm just an observer, right?
Okay.
So I'm observing all of this, and I'm like, damn, these people got some issues.
These people got some issues. Did that
Yeah,
affect your grades or were you always good in school?
I was always good in school.
Nice.
Always, always.
So
I
now we're out of
graduated
middle school,
right out of
right?
middle school.
High school. How
High
what high school
school.
did you go to?
I went to
Well,
Queens
actually, let's not
Vocational.
skip junior high. How was
Okay.
junior high school?
So junior high school, which middle school is what I would call it.
Okay.
That's what I was referring to. It was
Okay,
rough.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
All right.
in my whole education journey, middle school was probably the worst for me.
Yeah, that's when you a
Yeah,
baby though.
I
It should be
know,
the
I
most
know.
fun.
Yeah, I think that's yeah. Middle school was probably the worst for me. Junior high
Do you
school.
still have friends from that time still in your life till this
Yeah,
day?
yeah,
That's beautiful.
yeah.
That's beautiful.
I have friends from elementary that I'm still cool with. Muffy.
Oh
The,
yeah, yeah. Shout out to
yes.
Muffy.
Shout out.
Congratulations on your family. I saw on your Instagram.
Yes, yes.
That's
That's my
elementary school?
goddaughter. Elementary school. Yeah.
That's fire.
Yep. That's
That's
my
fire.
bestie.
Long relationships matter, yo, for real.
They do. They do. And I still have some friends from high school too.
Okay, so now let's talk about high school. So now you get out of that zone school where there was
hmm
fights every day. What high school did you go to?
I went to Queens Vocational Technical High School.
So you never left Queens.
I
Like that.
never left Queens. I'm still in Queens.
You still there.
I'm still here. Yeah. I'm
Wow.
still
So
in
you
Queens.
is it because you didn't want to leave or you couldn't leave? Because I know you and I know your drive and your intellect. You could have been
Mhm.
in Europe. So
Right.
what is it? Yeah, like I know. So it's for the viewers watching, get to know T. Like, what was it about being in Queens? Was it the pride that made you want to go to high school there?
It wasn't that. I think it was more of I didn't really have a choice. That's where my family was.
Oh, okay,
And that's where we settled. And, my family didn't have any plans on moving out of the state or out of the borough.
okay.
We have about two generations in Queens. So,
Oh, yeah, that's home base
yeah,
at this
so
point.
that's home base, that's foundation. Um,
Yeah.
but you know what? I did have a choice of what high school I wanted to go to. I wasn't subjected to a zone school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember, but they would send like these big books of what high school you can choose from.
Yeah, you would have to choose from.
Yes, they don't do that no
Yeah.
more. Now it's all digital. But I was able to flip through the pages. I went to Queens, saw what school I wanted to go to because they had it was a vocational high school, so you can do a trade there. And the trade that I
Mm.
took was cosmetology.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
like
so
makeup and getting glammed up, right?
hair,
Okay.
yes, hair, nails, makeup, you name it.
Wow. In a high
So
school teaching you that. That's amazing.
yeah, yeah, it's a great concept, especially for our boys. They
Mm.
also have business administration, they have plumbing, they have electrical, they have
Stuff that you can
nursing.
use in life.
Yes, yes. So if you
Man,
want
I
to
should have went
graduate
there.
high school, right. So if you want to
I should have went
graduate
there.
high school and if you don't want to go to college, you can do a trade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's a
yeah.
school that we need setting you up, especially people that look like you and I, people of
hmm
color,
hmm
with crafts and trades that they can do to make a living in the future. Like
Right.
never in my life did I use the square root of pi. Never.
Me either.
Teach me taxes.
Never used trigonometry. Never, never.
So you went to a great high school. How was that experience?
I liked it there. I've met some lifelong friends there.
Okay.
Some girls that I'm cool with today. That school, the only issue I had with the school is that it was so this is a personal issue, right? And I recognize that, and I want to preface that before I say this. So it was predominantly Spanish high school, right?
Okay.
And by looking, my name, Valentina Colon, right?
Cologne. Yeah,
You
yeah.
would,
Uh-huh.
looking at me, you don't see what you see. You see black, right?
Yeah.
So I was expected to speak Spanish,
Okay.
but I didn't. And, that expectation put a little, I don't know, kind of drew a wedge into me, like making friends with some people at
But
school.
Spanish, is that in your heritage? Obviously, because of your last name?
Yes, my father
Okay.
is Cuban.
Yeah. I could imagine that
hmm
being uncomfortable because I kind of deal with it. My fiance is
hmm
Puerto Rican. Her
Okay.
mother is Puerto Rican.
Okay.
Spanish last names and everything, but her father is an African American Jamaican man. So
Got it.
she doesn't look like a Spanish person. She's like you.
hmm
But when people like start speaking Spanish and stuff, like she is viewed like, oh, she's not one of us. When in
Right.
theory, she's more Spanish than she is black.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
Right.
did you try to learn the language or you just didn't care?
I did actually. I tried to learn
Okay.
it in college, and I was in Spanish honors in college, actually.
Oh, so you can do more than a sentence.
I mean, I can understand more than a sentence. I can't
Just
really,
like her. I got
yeah,
you.
yeah. I can understand more than a sentence. I'm not conversing in it.
Oh, all right. So here comes Miss Cologne in school. This is
Mm-hmm.
a Cuban woman. That's who they're
Mm-hmm.
expecting, but you're not. You look like an African American, powerful black woman. So
Right.
how was that? Did you get into drama with girls or stuff
No.
like that? It was smooth sailing?
Mm-mm. No, I've always been non-problematic and drama-free. Always. You remember when this
Always.
word demure started coming out?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what that shit
Oh,
means.
that word is late for me because I've been
Okay.
demure.
You've always been demure. Okay.
Always, always the queen of demure. Okay.
The
Um,
queen of demure.
very
That's
rare
the
that
title.
exactly, exactly. Very rare that I ever get into any
Drama.
drama with anyone. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. But now I got a question. We
Hmm.
talking about high schools, right? Some
Yeah.
people underestimate how important high school is,
Hmm.
but I'm gonna speak for myself, right? High school is when you're gonna get your own crew. It's gonna be
Hmm.
where you get your first little girlfriend. It's gonna
Hmm.
be the time you think you're an adult. It's probably
Hmm.
gonna be your first real fight and all
Hmm.
that stuff mixed in one. Those 4 years are crucial. High school can make you or break you,
Right.
literally. Like it's
Right.
unfortunate for me on a personal experience. I have several high school friends that I was with every day that I went to their funerals.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
painful as it is to say, right? So
Hmm.
so people like, oh, go to any high school. Nah, you have to go to the right high school. I got kicked out of two of them.
Wow.
Thank God I landed on my feet. You know what I mean? And
Yeah. You see
finished high
how
school and did all of that.
right, and you
But
see
I
how
could have
your
easily
trajectory changed.
trajectory changed, right?
Yes.
So love interests. This is where
Okay.
we talk about that. Like in high
Okay.
school, I'm sure there were guys or girls that, oh,
Hmm.
she's cute, oh, she's pretty, oh, she's fly.
Hmm.
Because when I met you, you always had the new Jordans. You always had like when we met. And at that age, that's what guys were looking at. Like, oh, she cute,
Hmm.
she fly. This is way before the BBL stage.
Right.
Way
Right.
before, right? So how was it when it came to, or were you just like, I wasn't even looking at boys in high school? Like, how was like the dating in high school for you? Or if
So I
that's
didn't.
where it started?
No, the dating started around my neighborhood,
Okay.
right?
At
So
what
I was,
age?
um, I want to say around 14,
Okay.
15. That's where I met my son's father, actually.
At 15.
At 15. Yeah.
Wow, that's legit a teenage love affair.
Yeah.
That's fire. So y'all met at 15, like in the neighborhood,
Mhm.
you didn't go to your school.
No, he did not go to my school.
Okay. But
Right.
that's 15 years old. Like y'all going to the movies. Like that's not real.
Yeah.
Like, how was that? You finding your son's father at 15.
That it was intense. It was long. We ended up having a child. I was a teen mom
Oh, what
eventually.
age did you have little bro?
I had him at 19.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
had him at 19. So when you ask, what was it like in high school, as far as like dating and things like that, I never really dated anyone in
Yeah,
high
you
school.
ain't do none of that. You was already a whole
Yeah,
mom.
right. By the
Like,
time I graduated from high school, I was a mom. So I didn't really, and I
yeah.
was with, my son's father. So I didn't really do much dating in high school like that.
Okay.
Um, of course, there were like little high school crushes and things like that, but it wasn't anything serious as having a baby with someone.
Yeah.
That's way more serious. So,
So how was that though? A teenage mom, but still doing like you
hmm
ain't have a baby and stop. Like you had a baby and still kept progressing in life. As
hmm
hard as that I'm sure was. How was like that village for you to be able to focus on your education, focus on school and stuff like that? Like here you are, you're 19, you
hmm
have a partner, y'all in love, y'all have a son. Like what
hmm
first of all, what'd your mom say when she found out you were pregnant?
she wasn't too thrilled, or, she
Yeah.
wasn't too thrilled about that. I guess because she can imagine how difficult it would be for me. as a developing young woman,
Mm-hmm.
now being a mom, that it's really challenging. And she was also a teen mom too. So she knows
Ooh.
firsthand how that
Okay.
works, right? How difficult it is. And she wasn't wrong about it. It was hard.
Mother's
I did
always
have,
right.
mommy's always right. Absolutely. But what I will say is that what I had that she didn't have was a lot of family support. I had a
Mm.
lot of support. I had support from my son's other grandmother,
Okay.
his father's mom, his aunts and uncles, my mom, my sisters. They all helped.
He
So
had a
that's
village.
yes, it really does take a village to raise a child, and I think that was the only way I was able to go back to school and get 2 degrees and be where I
Let's
am today.
go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
that
Okay.
was the only way I could do that is by having the support system that I had. And his dad is, he's solid. He's always been that way. He's always been there, never left. We were both very young. And, sometimes the story goes dad leaves, single mom, she's by herself. He never left. And I commend him for that.
Wow. Man,
Yeah.
shout out to him. Can we speak
Hmm.
on that a little bit?
Sure.
As you know, I myself come from a two-parent household. Mother and father just celebrated my 36 years of marriage.
Hmm.
I'm about to get married, and we're gonna get there soon for is to so on that level, right?
Okay.
So I grew up seeing a mother and father household and how
Hmm.
that dynamic was. And here
Hmm.
you are bringing in little bro into the world, right? But you said something about his father. His father is solid. So salute to that man
Yeah.
because this is like one of the rare instances for at least for me that
Hmm.
I have seen of co-parenting that not only worked, it thrived.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
So talk to me a little and to the viewers out there about how y'all made that work. I know you wish he was here to, or he wish he could speak for himself, but
Yeah.
your mother of your son called you solid. Y'all not together. You don't
Hmm.
see that shit happen out here.
Right. Right. I'm so
So
blessed to be able to say that, because
yo,
it could
so talk to
be.
me about like how was that? Like how did you guys figure out, us, you and I, it's
Mhm.
not gonna work. But him, we gonna make it work for him. When did you come to that realization with him, and how did you guys navigate that as kids, or was it when you were like a young adult that you came to that conclusion?
It took some time, in the beginning, we separated very shortly after he was born. Um, so it took some time. It took some bumps and bruises to get to where we are now. What I think happened was we both honored our position as parents. We
Mm.
both uh, knew that he wasn't planned, but we both knew that we wanted him, right? So we were all in for him, for my son. And I think that it takes a level of maturity to put the baby first before you can do any
Mm.
type of
Damn, you
co-parenting.
wise. Go ahead, go
Yeah,
ahead. You so
yeah.
wise.
And it takes a level of maturity to before you can do anything for your kid, before you can put them first. You have to move on. You have to not let the past dictate and color the future, and
Mm.
color the relationship. You can't let it color what he sees. You want him to see two people getting along. You want him to see what conflict resolution looks like. You want him to have a supportive environment. And I think that's something that we both agreed on from day one.
Wow, that's an honorable guy.
Yeah,
Did
he's
he
dope.
come from a two-parent household?
No, he did not.
Wow. So he
I think
learned.
that's
So he,
something.
yeah. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I think that's something that we both shared too, is like not coming from two parent households and wanting better for our kids. So that's
Mm.
something that we agreed on as well. Even though we weren't able to give him a two parent household, we can still give him two parents who get along and will do literally anything for him and support him
Man,
emotionally,
that's
mentally.
beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah,
That
I'm definitely one of the lucky ones for sure.
Yeah, for real. Like, because I tell people all the time, like, I'm a lover because of my mom,
Hmm.
but I'm a man because of my dad.
Absolutely. Young drama, of course, but that's what it's all reduced down to. Um, he never needed anything, my son, because he had the both of us. So it
Amen.
wasn't really that rough on him, I don't think.
Nah, that's fire. And I'm
Yeah.
sure he's going to do great stuff. And if he remembers me, we probably won't do this, but we'll link up like, yo, bro, I remember we got the same birthday. You was like 4. I had your
Yeah.
mother's glasses on. Like, it's me. Like, little conversations like that. Young Simba, like, that's
Hmm.
fire, yo. But
Yeah.
now I have another question, right?
Hmm.
Because you did say you're one of the lucky ones.
Hmm.
So did that luck also show itself in dating afterwards? Because I could, again, I'm gonna use myself in this example, right? I don't have any children.
Okay.
No, I don't have any children, and my fiance doesn't have any children.
Hmm.
But I know myself,
Yeah.
and if I like was courting you, and right, I want all of your time, and
Yeah.
I know that Lil Bro, it's a package deal. So I'm
Hmm.
gonna want Lil Bro to be around me as well. So how was it dating and expressing like, oh, I have a son, but he doesn't need a dad. He has a dad. His dad's
Hmm.
there, and his
Right.
dad's not going anywhere. So you
Hmm.
got to take the 3 of us.
Right.
And understand that. Like, how was
Yeah.
it navigating the dating scene after you and him come to this conclusion? We putting
Hmm.
Lil Bro first. We know he gonna
Hmm.
be good for life, but I'm a woman and I need to find love.
Right.
How was it navigating that part of it?
That wasn't hard. Surprisingly enough, it was not. I just want to mention that the guys that I've dated knew. I don't know if I give off an energy or if I had a disclaimer. I don't remember. I don't remember too much before my fiance, my current partner.
Oh,
But
amen. Round of
oh
applause. Round of
yeah,
applause. We gonna
I
get
don't
there.
remember too much. But
Nah, hell yeah. I saw the ring.
yeah, we haven't. I mean, we've been together for a really long time, so it's been a long time coming. But I'm fortunate to say that no one had an issue with me having a kid. I never had any drama between my son's father and a partner that I was dating. It's
Wow.
always been known. And like I was saying before, I don't know if I just give off this energy that, this is a package deal, so if you're not with it, you get lost. I mean, maybe I give off
Yeah.
that energy. I never had to
Yeah.
say it, fortunately enough. So,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So you're very demure and he's
Uh-huh.
very secure. He was
Absolutely.
never tripping.
Mm-mm. No.
That's fire. Did you ever have a partner that would trip a little bit about that? Or were all your partners secure in the fact, like, oh, no, this is my woman. We're
Mhm.
building something and we're going to see what happens?
Yeah, I think all of my partners have been secure.
That, yo, your
Yeah.
life is like a movie that, like, there's no, like,
Yeah.
turmoil or, like, shaking up the boat, rocking the boat. Like, and it's
Not
because of
too
your spirit.
much.
Yeah, it's because of your
Not too
spirit.
much. You know what I do? I would have to say that I cultivate my space to where drama is not allowed. One little
Mm.
glimpse of problematic energy, and I am cutting that person off, or I'm distancing myself from that person. And I think that's why I've been able to share any like super dramatic or traumatic
No, that's
stories
good though.
about my
This is a
life.
success
Yeah,
story. That's
right,
good.
right.
Like you meet people where they at, and if they ain't
Hmm.
riding with you, you leave them there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's
That's what I would
beautiful.
say. Yeah.
So
But
then
my,
high school
my current
happens.
partner
Yeah, yeah,
is
yeah. Let's talk about that. So
yeah.
did you meet your current partner in high school, in
No.
college? Like, okay, yeah. So let's talk about that.
So I met him in my 20s. I don't want
Where
to
were you
say
education level? Were you in school or done with school?
I was I had my bachelor's degree by then.
Amen. Okay.
Yeah.
So you all
Yeah.
right. So
So
you
I had my
met him.
bachelor's degree by then. I was not in grad school yet. I met him on social media.
Oh, hey, let's
And this was
go.
before DMs and all that. This was like in the comments section. Um,
It
yeah, this
goes
was
down in the comments too.
in the
Hey, it
comments,
is what it
right?
is.
Right. And we started off as, really good friends. I wasn't looking for anything serious, and neither was he. I had just gotten out of a relationship. So I was just trying to find some attractive. And I was like, I'm gonna see where this goes.
Okay.
This might
Yeah,
be
yeah.
fun. So, and the rest is history. That's it. We
How long
never
have you
left
guys
each
been
other's
together?
side. 11 years.
11. That's a lucky number for you.
Hmm.
11,
Yeah.
11. I'm just saying, 11,
11
right?
years.
See, I've been
Yeah.
together 11 years.
Mhm.
Does he have children, if you don't mind me asking?
No, he does not have any children.
Okay, so that
Yeah.
wasn't like, not everyone's as graceful. I'm not gonna say
Hmm.
lucky, as graceful as you and your partner. If
Right.
had he had children, you don't know how that dynamic would have been,
Right. Right.
right?
No, he doesn't
Um,
have any children, and him and LJ's relationship, they're inseparable. He's so good with him.
wow.
Oh my god, he's teaching him how to drive.
Oh, that's fire.
Yes,
Wow.
he's teaching him how to drive. Yeah, they have a beautiful relationship. I love them together. It's so good,
Wow.
so good. Yeah,
How long did it take for him to meet LJ?
LJ was around 6 when he met
Okay.
him. He didn't have any teeth in his mouth.
Damn.
Yeah, and
Now
now
he's
he's teaching him.
18, so he's been
Now
in
he's
his
18.
life for a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a
For the
father
majority
figure in
of
a sense.
right, right, right.
Wow.
He's been in his life the majority of LJ's life.
Yeah,
So
more
he
than he's
knows
been
him.
alive. I met you
Yeah.
at 6, you 18.
Right.
Like almost triple the amount of
Yeah.
years you've been alive, right? So
Right.
that's dope. And the fact that he's great with your son is a blessing.
Hmm.
Man, you like play the lotto. Cause
I
this
should, right?
interview,
I'm gonna
yo,
play the
T,
number 11.
11. Like this interview is gonna bring so much life because there are a lot of women out there, like
Hmm.
baby mamas, who probably want to be married
Yeah.
or don't have a father in the
Hmm.
child's life. You know what I mean? And you navigated all of that with grace, loyalty,
Hmm.
obviously,
Hmm.
and it was unproblematic.
Unproblematic. Smooth
So
sailing.
smooth sailing. So is
Yeah.
that your journey? What tailored your career path?
Yes.
So you
My
could let the people
journey.
know what you do?
Okay. So I am a licensed clinical social worker and psychotherapist. I
Mm.
specialize in anxiety, uh, childhood trauma, and co-parent coaching is a new service that I'm offering these days.
Co-parent coaching.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Because I have personal and some professional experience with co-parenting, so I feel like I have a lot to lend to that. Um, and my niche right now, the population that I've been working with and focusing on more specifically is adults with childhood trauma. So I do a lot of inner
Mm.
child work, right? So building a better relationship with your inner child. Because a lot of
Ooh, hold up,
times,
hold up, hold up.
yeah,
Can you like elaborate more on that? Like building a better relationship with your inner child.
yes.
That's fire. What does that mean?
So that means, a lot of us experience at least some type of adverse or traumatic experience as a child. And oftentimes our emotional intelligence or our emotional growth is stunted at a certain age of when that traumatic experience took place. So as adults, we'll, be faced with, regular life challenges or conflict, and then we'll be operating from that childhood space.
Mm.
So the idea of building a better relationship with your inner child is to not operate from that space, but more of an adult safe space, if that makes sense.
No, it definitely makes sense, but
Hmm.
is it difficult navigating that to like get that out of like a person? Like whatever it is that you went through, I
Hmm.
understand,
Hmm.
but you don't have to wear it for the rest of your life.
Right.
Like, wow, like you're changing the game with this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Wow. Have you found? I know it's fulfilling for you. It's your passion,
Hmm.
but have you found it to be like? I'm sure challenge, and I know there's like privilege that you can't speak to, but have you found it
Yeah.
like challenging in certain instances with that? Some people may try to mask what they've been through as a child.
Hmm. Um, yeah, sure. I have some folks that I've worked with who were really resistant to letting those things out. But I think for the most part, by the time people are reaching out for therapy, they're ready to release that and they're ready for change. But I have had quite a few people who weren't ready yet, and it was really hard. It was really hard.
Wow. And when did you know that this was it? Like, this is what I need to do with my life. Help people get to where I'm at. Literally, like, or help
Hmm.
people like co-parent, help people deal with anxiety, like all
Hmm.
of these stuff that humans live with. Like, us, people that look like you and
Hmm.
I could speak from the male perspective, yo. We like crying, all that shit, like from young. It's like, yo, man up, head up, chest out. Like, what's up?
Right. Stop
You know what I
crying.
mean? So,
Yeah.
but I know the importance of having someone like you.
Yeah.
It could be the girlfriend that you confide in. It could be a
Hmm.
friend, a mother. But you're like someone like, I gotta pay for this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is someone who's
Yeah. Like
licensed therapist, right? This
licensed
is
and
beautiful
trained.
and
Hmm.
trained. Like,
Yeah.
was this something you just knew, like, even when you were in high school for
Hmm.
cosmetology, or college, or was it like in college you were like, yo, take a moment, be like, yo, my life is unproblematic or soothing, and I need to help people get through this? Or was it something you went through that got you to be like, I'm gonna help others with this? Like, did you ever take therapy or seek therapy?
I did. Yeah. I've been in
Okay,
therapy before. I
okay,
have my own struggles with anxiety. And
okay.
just to explain what anxiety is, it's intense fear and worry about things that might happen in the future that you don't know to be
I might
true.
have anxiety. I might have it.
Right.
Wow. Okay. Of things that
And
might
it's
happen in the future.
things that might happen in the future that you don't know to be true. So ruminating or worrying about things that haven't happened yet, creating scenarios in your mind to prevent this catastrophe from
Yo,
happening, and
I'm
you don't
the
even know.
scenario king.
Right.
Oh my god.
You don't even
Stuff
know if
that
this is
may
going to
never
happen.
happen.
Right. So you're just thinking about all the possible outcomes that could happen, and they're all negative, right? And you don't even consider the positive alternatives to this thing happening. So I have some personal experience with that, with anxiety. And I've been a mom for most of my life, so I'm also a control freak. So I'm
Okay.
very particular about how
Yep.
I handle things, how I want things
Yeah.
done, and with that comes anxiety too. So yeah. Um, but it wasn't until I left our former employer. I don't know if we could say their name or not, but
I've said it before,
you
but we
did?
don't have
Okay.
to. I've said it before.
Okay.
Like, I didn't get flagged. And we were
Okay.
kids.
Yes, we
Yeah,
were
yeah. You
kids.
could tell. We could say the name.
So after I left Starbucks, I started working as a case manager in Harlem.
Oh,
And I
you
don't
left
know
Queens. You left
well, to
Queens.
work in Harlem.
Yeah.
I lived in Queens but worked in Harlem.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When we
Right.
worked at Starbucks, you had left Queens because we was in Manhattan. So yeah.
Right.
All
Right.
right. All right.
Finally, right? That was the only time I would leave the borough is to go to work.
And come back
Yeah.
home. Nah, I feel that.
Yeah. So it wasn't until I started working as a case manager in Harlem. It was like a walk. My role was just to meet the person's needs, what basic needs, whether that's housing, food insecurity, health insurance, you name it. And it was walk-in based, right? So I'm right in the
Mm.
middle of Harlem and people are just coming in with all of these needs. And I was the only bachelor's level staff member in the unit. Everyone else was social workers and they were all
Oh,
working on
okay.
mental health stuff. So a lot of
Okay.
times the services that I was offering and the services that the social workers were offering, it would overlap a lot. And the common denominator was mental health issues. Mental health issues is the reason for homelessness or the reason for, economic struggle. So that's when I found my passion to do anything in the mental health world. And that's when I started looking at graduate schools. I got accepted to Hunter. And
Hey, round of applause,
yeah,
round of applause.
and
Congratulations.
yeah, I graduated with my master's in 2017, and
Round of applause
here I
again.
am now.
Master's degree. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. So, um, I love the work that I do. It's definitely my calling. I have this running joke with my friends that I have a look that suggests that you could tell me all your business. Have a look where people just want to, you know what happened to me today? Let
Confiding.
me tell you
Yeah.
this. Right, right. And
Shit,
I've
when we
always
was
had
working in
that.
Starbucks, you was kind of that for a lot of us. Like, yo, let me tell you
Yeah,
what she did. Like, let
right.
me tell you what he did.
Mhm.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
see that. Like somebody you could confide in and someone that won't just listen and judge, but someone that was
Hmm.
solution based.
Right,
You were
right.
always solution based.
Always
Even with
solution
the
based.
disgruntled customer, you were always solution based. Yeah, and
Right.
helpful. Just that you could either be a teacher, a principal, or a
Hmm.
therapist.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I do think that, us being a frontline staff at Starbucks and working with those customers, whether disgruntled or not, those skills are transferable to my
mmm,
professional work. Yeah, they are, because you have to
yeah.
keep your composure. You have to, be solution based. Yeah,
Get to yes, no
right,
matter what. Get
right.
to yes. Wow.
Hmm.
Man, T. So now where's this journey taking you now? So, you're getting married. Congratulations. Round of applause, round
Thank
of applause.
you. Thank
You're
you.
getting married.
Hmm.
You're in the career of your dreams. It's
Absolutely.
a
Yep.
and it's a listen, you talking therapy, master's degree, all that good stuff. It's a lucrative career.
Hmm.
You know what
It
I mean?
is.
So like, what happens next? What's next for Valentina Cologne?
Okay. So I'm launching my website for my private practice, Therapy with V.
Oh,
Yeah.
therapy with V. Let's go.
Right.
Therapy
Right.
with V.
Yes.
Nice.
So I'm launching that sometime this week. I was trying to do it on my birthday, but there's still some edits that I have to do with the
Okay.
website. Um, but yeah, so I'm working with the developer to see if we can get that launched sometime this week before the weekend. There you can find, the list of services that I provide, individual therapy and co-parent coaching. And then you can also see how much, the price for those services. I have a blog on there for some articles that I want to post. And then I have some resources, some mental health resources for folks who
Man, you
just want to spend
doing
time. Yeah,
wow. This is like
yeah,
God's work.
yeah. It is.
Helping
I
those
was
that can't
told
help
that.
themselves. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You're
An old
helping those that
supervisor
can't
of
help
mine.
themselves.
Hmm.
When we can't
An
help
old
ourselves, who do
supervisor.
we go to? God.
Right. Right.
Wow. When is your birthday?
On the 26th, Sunday.
So, on Sunday.
Yes.
Perfect timing, right?
Uh-huh.
So you're working on launching it by your birthday, tentatively, or is it like on my birthday? I just want to help people sign up to therapy with V. Like,
It might be one of those. It might be one of those. That's a good idea, actually. Yeah, I
yeah,
might do that. I might do that. Yeah, so my birthday is Sunday the 26th. I'm trying to launch it at least by the 25th. So by my birthday, for a birthday gift for all my followers, I hope they can just stop by the website, tell me what they think. Yeah.
yeah, I will.
Yes.
Also, for the people that need it, do you take all insurances? Like, how, or is that stuff too legal? We can't talk about on here. Like,
So
will you
I'm
take
not
all insurances or?
hmm I'm not taking all insurances just yet. I have to be on a panel for those.
Okay,
Um, but once that's up and running, I'll definitely include that on the website sometime in the near future.
man,
Yeah.
this T. First, before we sign off,
Hmm.
thank you for taking the time. You
Thank
out here
you.
changing lives. So
Thank you for the
thank you for taking the
opportunity.
time for your boy, your son's birthday twin.
Hmm. Hmm.
Thank you for sharing your beautiful journey.
Thank
And I
you.
know that you're going to continue doing great, great things on the other side and continue to help people. So happy
Hmm.
birthday. I'm the first person, no
Yes,
offense
you
to your
are.
son or your fiance or your son's father.
Right.
Happy birthday. Congratulations on your engagement.
Thank
And
you.
I'm sure part 2 to this will be us telling people how our wedding is or how our wedding planning is going and how it went.
Yes, how stressful wedding planning is.
So you're finally going to be stressed. Let's go.
Yes.
You're
Yeah.
finally going to
Yeah.
not be demure.
Right. That's the real test.
Oh man, I can't wait. Do you have an Instagram for Therapy with V yet?
Yes, it's Therapy with V LLC on
Okay.
Instagram. Hmm.
At Therapy with V LLC. Is it V or VEE?
VEE.
All right. Do you
Yep.
want to share your personal Instagram or nah? It's just business. Oh man. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Storytime with Chief. Shout out to Valentina Cologne, aka Therapy with V. I appreciate you. Everyone out there, you can follow me at the number one teach, the number one podcast on Instagram. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you really, really like the episode, hit the Cash App. All donations are highly appreciated. Peace. Welcome to Storytime with Chief, brought to you by E1T1 Entertainment. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you enjoy the episode, feel free to hit the Cash App. Any donation is highly appreciated. Peace.